week commencing the 26th of May. In today's programme, I very seriously edit some video. Me and my friend descend on our favourite place, Hebden Bridge, and I show you a couple of the things that I got. Then a little mini ramble about finding your art style, but just a little one. Some sticker fun, and some sketching, and finally just an outro where I talk about some of the little bits. So the first thing I did this week was film a Q&A for YouTube. I got through about 7 questions in 40 minutes, so that was quite good for me. My resting face of utter misery always kind of makes me laugh in these clips, although I did start smiling because I was laughing at myself. Then me and my friend went off to Hebden Bridge.
You're going to talk? Hey, we're in Hebden Bridge today.
Here we are in Hebden Bridge. The heart of the novelty never wears off for us. We live 20 minutes away and we still love it every time.
We really do. We really do.
Don't know what accent we're doing.
There's ducks and
geese. Everything you could want. It's actually really sunny now. It's never normally this sunny in the north. Do you think you could ever have the narrowboat life?
I'd go on holiday, but then I'd be happy to go home.
My friend's struggling to carry the millions of things she's bought. This is the life of this generation. I'm filming you, you're filming me.
Cute. My little flare is gonna die.
Oh no.
Back to this. This is how people had to do it at the markets.
So I'm just at my friend's house. Just a few things I got in a couple of our favourite shops that we go in. So actually, first of all, she gave me some stickers that she'd bought. So she gave me these geese and rabbit stickers because she knows I really like rabbits. And they're really cute. And she also got me some cute little spiders because I have this like spider like teddy bear that I have on my bed. And then in this bookshop that I went to the section where there's like poetry and stuff because I really like really short books, but there weren't really any books that I could find. It was all just poetry today. I have sometimes found like really thin short books there, but I decided to get this one, which is No Net Ensnares Me, an anthology of prose poetry inspired by the Brontes in the wild. Because when I had a little look through it, I just thought it looked really cool, liked it, and it has a lot of like contributing poets, which I think is cool. I really like poetry. And then my friend saw this frog notebook that she thought I would really like, and I was like, yeah, it's really nice. So I ended up buying this notebook because I was like, I always find use for notebooks. And then this one, which was like a zine I found. So this was cool in like this kind of gallery place. Weird Walk, number 8. Wanderings and Wonderings, Arts and Crafts, Folks and Law, which looked quite cool, like this kind of thing. Sorry, I'm scaring the dog with my noise. That was mostly it, but I did end up getting, for like on your books, like a little book dragon. And I have actually got a bit more into fantasy over the past couple of years, so I don't know, there's something quite cute about that. So it's like a carved little dragon that like sits on your book. It kind of is designed to rest like that. Not that I'm doing it very well, but yeah, like you would put it on a shelf or something and it kind of looks down. I just thought it was sweet. So yeah, and then I also got a gingerbread man because I love gingerbread, and I got like a rhubarb cake, which I'm excited to eat. So yeah. Got our lovely sweet treats, a brownie that you got, and apple and rhubarb crumble. No, It looks like crumble, that's what you said, isn't it? So I helped paint this, everyone. The Distant Witch. Oh, lovely. I think this plant is probably dead. What do you guys think? I used to grow avocado plants, you see, but over time I'm just so terrible at keeping plants alive. Then I got on with some work for my comic, but honestly I'll be completely genuine, it has been really slow this week getting my comic done. I feel like this next week is going to be when I get going with it. Quite tired today. I just thought I'd do a quick pause and talk at the camera while I'm working on my comic. Yeah, after the Q&A, it was interesting actually. Somebody was saying in the comments about art style, which I think is a really big topic, and I can appreciate it because when I was starting out, like, I really wanted to figure out like my way of drawing and like be able to find my creative voice and see that way that I drew things, meet the page kind of thing. But it does take a really, really long time. And I could do like a whole video about that, or probably many, many videos. But I think one thing that struck me as I've been making this comic is like one thing I've often found about creative voice and style, whatever you want to call it. I'm not as averse to the word style as some people are. I know some people really don't like using that word, but as long as you understand that style isn't some like formulaic thing that you just choose, I think it's fine to use that word, really. Yeah, one thing about it is there's actually a lot of problem solving, I think, with style and creative voice, because like as you draw and you figure out how you want to draw and it evolves over time, a lot of the times it kind of evolves and changes is because of like a problem you come up against, I find. Because for example, when I first decided I wanted to make comics and more narrative work, I realised that I both wanted to like simplify my style a bit, like I needed to like simplify some things, but equally as time's gone on, I've like wanted to almost increase details as well, depending on where I feel the detail needs to be. So it's just interesting how every time you come up against like a new thing, I feel your style naturally evolves because you adapt it to what you're trying to do. It's a tough thing to explain, but yeah, and like I said I did say to the commenter like that it's something that it is quite a natural organic process, and I do think sometimes rushing it or trying to get to it too quickly is actually not always the most helpful thing. And one thing I found actually was, especially early on, and I still remind myself of this now, is that if you like try and lock yourself into a certain style too soon, you'll actually make yourself struggle more because if you say to yourself, okay, this looks cool and people liked this piece, so I'm just going to draw like this now completely like forever, but you never allow your work to evolve or change, you will probably get stuck. And yeah, I think that's one thing, is like don't feel like because you've found one thing that works, you have to like constantly just repeat that. It's not about repeating the same kind of way of drawing over and over. It's not like, okay, and now I draw dots for eyes, and now I draw lips like this, and now I draw hair like this. Over time, it's more of a natural organic thing that you just do because that's how you've grown to want to do things. So yeah, don't restrict yourself, I guess is what I'm saying. Don't feel like you have to be really unified really quickly, because I think there is a pressure to like unify your work and for things to look really cohesive. But honestly, that is achieved through a long, long, long period of time. And artists that really, really know themselves and have taken the time to really, really get into their style and their creative voice. So don't feel bad if you draw one piece and it looks really different to something else you do, because over time your like integral voice will still shine through whatever you do. And I do think we're more critical of ourselves than other people are. Like a lot of the time people tell me whatever I do they can tell I've made it, but I don't always see it that way. Like I think some of my work's really, really different, but then other people might not think that, so it's quite interesting. Yeah, that's just a little a little note on style, just a little note rather than a big speech. That's part of the reason I wanted to do these vlogs, is that I had like a list in my notes app, which is kind of like, where I write a lot of like random things, random ideas. I had loads and loads of things written down of like stuff I could talk about, but like I feel like I was pressuring myself to have something really like, I don't know, helpful to say or really clever to say or make some considered point about it, if you get what I mean, with a beginning, a middle, and an end, and a debate and all this kind of thing. And I think with that pressure, I haven't found it very easy to make videos. So I thought that like doing a vlog is kind of like a low pressure thing, and then other stuff I want to talk about, it's like additional rather than like, oh, that's my video for the week. So if I can't find the thoughts about it or the ideas about it, then it's that's that week gone kind of thing. If that makes any sense. I'm not making any sense. On Sunday, I had this just really random desire to try and make a kind of folder out of an old sketchbook. So I kind of cut all the pages out of it and started messing around with it. I'm not quite sure if it actually worked or what. I kind of ended up just putting it to the side, but it was a nice chance to mess around with some stickers I had, and also my own stickers, like the cat one in the corner, which I'm gonna put on my shop soon. At the end of the week, I just thought it would be nice to do a little sketchbook page of like things I'd seen and done that week. But I'll just leave you to the ASMR of the pencil because I love ASMR. Hello, so this being like my first weekly vlog, I need to get into like filming more consistently again. So there were some things I didn't film. So I didn't actually really film myself drawing the comic, which I realised later. I only really filmed it for on my phone for TikTok for the little mini version. So I do apologise about that, but I'm going to show on the screen like what page I was working on. I actually am definitely near finishing this section, so I need to remember that and just power through. Also, I really want to try and finish this issue over the next few months because I feel like I can see the end in sight. And then I also, at the weekend, went to a little, like, I went around some artist studios because my town does like a kind of art trail. It's usually once a year, but it's actually been 2 this year, which is cool. And I also got 2 pieces of art off an artist called Ella Cole. And so this one was like just a little one of a tree, which I really liked. And then this was a very like, I thought this was really nice because it really looks like a pencil drawing, even though it's actually an acrylic etching. So you like scratch into a piece of acrylic, like plastic, and then you print from it, but it creates a very yeah, it really does look like pencil, doesn't it? And yeah, I just really liked that. It's quite like, I don't know, wild looking, and yeah, so I need to decide where to put that. I think I'm probably going to move stuff around and put it in here somewhere just because it's been nice to be seen in the videos. I didn't really film too much. I might put some photos on that I took just because it's that thing of it's fun filming, but sometimes you don't want to always be filming, or also you don't always know if people want, people are comfortable with you filming stuff. So yeah, but it's been quite interesting doing the vlog because like in some ways it's been really it's actually been more low pressure because it's like taking little clips more often rather than feeling like you have to spend a whole day filming, which is quite nice. I still definitely need some practice, and I hope that this will give me more practice of like filming, getting more confident with filming as well, and not feeling too shy. I used to make little weekly vlogs on TikTok when I first started on TikTok, and I actually really liked them, and they were quite, people enjoyed them. Yeah, when I looked at it the other day, I just found it quite nostalgic, and I was like, I'd quite like to make those again. So it'd be quite a nice way to like make the mini version on TikTok and then make the longer version on YouTube, which should be quite fun. So yeah, that's what I'm attempting to do. So sometimes I didn't always do them weekly. I do like a 2-week one. So yeah, depending on how much has happened in the week or how busy I am or whatever. It might be 2 weeks, it might be 1 week, but I'm going to try and keep to 1 a week at the moment. Yes, anything else? I need to put the stickers on the shop. Yeah, it was quite funny, that folder I was making. I'm still not quite sure if I've like got somewhere with that. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, I can always just put the sketchbook papers back in it and say it was a failed experiment. But I guess I was just trying to DIY something that I was envisioning in my head. It annoys me. I'm the kind of person, I really like being able to keep like the cover of a diary or something. I have a lot of refillable notebooks because I prefer that to like filling something and say like half of it being really helpful and half of it being useless. I don't know, it just annoys me. And equally, I don't necessarily want to buy more stuff with like plastic sleeves and stuff because, you know, for the environmental side. But it's like I have, you know, this planner that I like that like I almost wish you could have a sketchbook version of this, but it's like you don't always want to hole punch into your art papers because you might sell them as originals. And then it's like, okay, but you might always have to worry about keeping your work away from where the hole punch would go. I mean, I think that maybe is potentially an option, is like the ring binder approach. It was kind of an idea that didn't fully formulate, I guess, but it was fun to just, I don't know, maybe there was a part of me that just wanted to do something a little bit DIY and just mess around with something. I hope this is enjoyable for you and it's something a bit different, and I'm hoping it can be a bit of a consistent video where you can see what I'm up to. It'll be quite, you know, relaxed, I hope, quite chill. And I'll maybe make stuff in between that's a bit more like a certain topic or a certain thing that I've done or whatever. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But it's been quite enjoyable this week, so yeah, do forgive me. Give me some time to get a bit better with the filming. It's like when I was filming me and my friend, I appreciate we were like right up near the camera because I'm not used to, and it's hard to tell on the little screen of my camera like how it's looking. So yeah, give us some time and I'll try and get better at filming and stuff. So yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, till next time. Bye then. Are you secretly in love with me?
Yeah, I mean, we all know that.
What is that?